Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
45. Mike, 45.
They're not ready for this, man. Look, squeeze. They still playing soccer. Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Check.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On first down, it's Floyd. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right. Here we go. Let's go,
On 2nd down now, it's Floyd, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's trash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready up.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Floyd. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
You can't block me. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill, kill, kill.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, wahoo! Deep grip, deep grip.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, zoom.
I'm coming. 45, 45. Mike, 45. I got you. I got you.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Leo, Leo.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Gone, gone.
SOS, SOS.
Ready?
From the gun on third down. Barnes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go, here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, 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 hey. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Barnes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check. 45's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go.
45. 45. Mike, 45.
You're out.
Hey, man up.
2nd and 5.
Check 37. Check 37.
And his throw here's incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunning, there to get a hand in.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey,
45, 45, 45 is Mike, 45.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, exit. Get it.
From the gun, Barnes. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
Hey, let go.
45's the mic, 45's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Hit it.
Off the play fake. Barnes. Buying time to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bishop. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Hey, lock it.
10. Out, 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 out. Hey, alert 3, alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. General West.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete from the contact. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go, go.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Going 58's the Mike.
You must be dreaming.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Watch the out. Watch.
Go.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Get in the weight room.
Ready? And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down, it's Floyd. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Check the out. Shit.
He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Check, 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 check. Check 4, check 4. Watch safety creep, watch safety.
Now a give, right side. Lincoln. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Shift, shift.
61, matchbox lights. Bravo.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Now.
2nd and 3. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Able to find Floyd. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 42-yard line.
Ready?
58, 58, Mike.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Kill. 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Turn up. Get it.
2nd and 11. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
The 2nd down pass to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get it together. Recon, 132 fighter. Deuce.
58, right over there.
They'll set up a throw.
I got him.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
45, Mike, 45.
You're not ready. 45's the mic. Pick it up.
Hard. No, off. Check your hot read.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Delta.
45's the mic.
Here we go.
45. Mike, 45.
Check. Hey, check Mike 45. Let's go.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Barnes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bang. Look, squeeze. Wide, get wide. Check hot route. Hot. Check 52. Go.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
45's the mic.
Man. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Look at me. Door. Watch swim. Yep. Swim. Big grip.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, baby.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard, but it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Humphreys. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Looking to throw. And this is Floyd, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sullivan, and he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Floyd. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Floyd. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Sock, baby. That's baby sock. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
45's the mic. Woo-hoo!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Jim. Switch.
Gone. Under crunch.
Throwing on third and long. Barnes. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
We got four.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.